Hello, hello. Welcome to Collector Fusion with Collector Express and Geek Fusion and Geek Fusion and Collector Express and Quinn Comics down below.
I'm still missing the whippet. I'm so used to it. I can't get it out of my head every time that plays. My fault. It's on me. It's not on anybody else, but I'm just saying. So, I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, sorry.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's kind of a little bit of a light week so far on toy news. We did have a couple big things in that. Well, one or two big things announced. But this weekend is TFCon Orlando, so there should be a lot next week with Transformer stuff. That's your big third-party Transformer convention. They have a lot of cool stuff down there. Like to win, but yeah.
I was looking on Toy Arc earlier today, and I was just like, there's like nothing really. Like, there's a couple of things that are worth talking about. There's a couple cool things, but there wasn't anything like major.
Yeah,
one thing I do definitely want to discuss is Hasbro's new announcement they made this week, because I think this is a can we talk about it now?
Oh yeah,
I want to talk about it now real quick.
Oh, so, and we are going to do a opening of Snake Mountain here soon.
Yes. No, Hasbro. Here, I'll post this up here. Let me see this. Why not? Let's do something productive here with our time. Hasbro posted this week, which is two things. One, a veiled attempt to try and get people to back the Giant Man, and two, realizing they made a mistake. Because they should have offered this with Giant Man. They know they should have offered it with Giant Man. So now they've dropped in a bunch of renders because they don't have an actual figure or anything. They're like, it's coming to Hasbro real soon.
I did see an actual figure.
Oh, you did? Oh, I haven't seen one yet. All I've seen is the renders.
I think Dwight showed a picture of her on the Grayskull Giant Man shoulder or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, good, but like, I feel like this is a little too late now at this point. We got what, 3 days left on the draft?
3 days left, and about 3,500 need more. More bikers.
I mean, now to be perfectly honest, I didn't back it, so I'm not like judging people or anything. I didn't back it. I was close to. I wanted to. I thought it was the first HasLab I've seen that I looked at and was like, I do think this is worth it. But I didn't back it. But like, just, pushing that aside, I still thought it was a good deal.
I think the price is great, and it's a good looking figure. I'm just not that big of a fan of Giant Man, and I have the Toy Biz one. I know it's like half the size or whatever.
Yeah,
a little more than half the size, and I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
if I get that, I have to build a new display.
Yeah. And that's the thing too, right? Like it would be cool to have, and I would be getting it to go with my Avengers shelf, which would require, just like you, resetting a whole bunch of crap that I don't want to do.
Yep.
And
like you,
I do think it's worth it.
It makes it even bigger pain in the ass to try to
do
things right.
Yeah. But like to me, it would just like I'm also like not like a huge Giant Man fan. Like, it would be cool to have, but I don't need it. You know.
At the price point and the level of what's there, it could have easily been a retail figure.
Yes.
Because they do Titan class Transformers, which are 2 foot tall, and transform. There's more engineering in those.
Mm-hmm.
And they're released at retail all the time.
Yep.
Well, not all the time, like twice a year usually.
Well, I see. Yeah. At the very least, like even if it's not sitting at Walmart, I mean, you will see it at GameStop and all these other places, and they sell.
The last Titan was the Nemesis ship, and she sold out.
Mm-hmm.
Quickly. I was sitting there going to get ready to order it, and it's like, and she's gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, I think this is just Hasbro, and to be honest, they're probably dumbfounded right about now. Like, why didn't this fund? This was $199. Why didn't it fund? And so they're doing anything they can to try and get this thing to fund in one way, shape, or form. And that's what this is. And don't get me wrong, it's a cool looking figure.
Oh yeah, I think it's cool looking.
Yeah. But like this, you know, if you,
a HasLab really should be like this.
Yeah.
The Galactus. That thing is amazing. It's huge, and I don't need a giant man that big. I didn't buy the Sentinel because I'm not that big of a fan of the Sentinels. Yeah. I got all kinds of. I got several Marvel Universe ones. I'm fine with that size.
Well, the other thing that, and I don't know if we've talked about this before, but like there was a 2-week period of crossover between this and the Ghost.
Yep.
And you know there is a lot of, when it comes to people willing to spend high dollar amounts on this hobby, there's a lot of crossover between Star Wars and Marvel, between Black Series and Marvel Legends. And you just dropped a 500. Don't get the ship's awesome. I was too broke to buy it. I would have. That's right up my alley. 3 3/4 inch Ghost, awesome. I would have bought it had I had the money.
It was $5.99, wasn't it? Like $600.
Well, I can't remember. Once everything was said and done, it was 6 something. Once you paid for shipping and everything else, it was it was 6 something. But you had 2 weeks worth of crossover there. So you've just had a bunch of people, your people most likely to back a giant man, drop over $500 on something else. You know, like it's ridiculous. It really is. They screwed up, I think. So
yeah, $5.99 plus tax shipping, so $6 plus.
Yeah.
I mean $4.99. I'm sorry, $4.99. My brain.
So
speaking of HasLabs, that one that did fund, I've heard that his tanks are starting to hit the stateside.
Oh, there you go. That's cool. Not that I backed it, but I've said this before. I've never backed any crowd-funded toy thing ever. I don't know if that makes me a horrible, horrible person to the toy community. I don't know. I've never backed anything.
Oh, you're toxic, man.
I'm toxic. Which is hilarious, by the way, because the people that are now hating on me are of that same mindset.
Even joking about assaulting you, it's because you don't want people to act like idiots about toys.
Yeah, fucking great. Love it. No, I will admit it was fun. It was fun for about a week, and then I kind of got bored and moved on with life. So I think they're still upset, but I don't know. So
they're upset because you don't care.
I don't. I don't give a crap. So
they got so mad at you because I'm friends with you. I was in a group that some of those people host, and they kicked me out.
Yeah, they kicked you out. You didn't say anything.
No,
you had nothing to do with it.
I switched ones. Like, I will call them little bitches now.
Like. You had it's not like we got together and like came up with a script for me to make a fucking video. You had no idea I made this fucking video. No, you had nothing to do with it.
That first one's like, I didn't think you were talking about anybody particular. I don't watch these people.
Yeah, as most people did. That was the thing. Most people did not think I was talking about anyone in particular in that first video. Because most people are normal and don't like to feel guilty about their own shillish behavior, so that they call themselves out. Dude went back and forth all the way. I finally sent him a message in the comments section on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember, because he was still commenting on both videos. Every day he was commenting on both videos, and I finally sent him I responded to one of his comments, and I just typed out, I was like, bro, let it go. It's over. Everybody already knows you're triggered. Everybody already knows you're upset. You need to go back to making toy videos that everybody can enjoy and let this go. Nobody believes you that you weren't referring to my video. He was just in the comments. If you don't care, and his comment was always like, oh, he can do what he wants. It doesn't bother me. Then why are you commenting on my 2 videos after 8 days, dude? You're still commenting on these videos. If it doesn't bother you, let it go. I left him a message. I said, let it go.
He was trying to start. What he's trying to do is starting a feud because that's drama.
That's his thing, is to start a feud. And my response to him every time was, dude, I still watch your videos and like your videos. And those last one, I was like, dude, go back to making videos we all like to watch. It's over. It's done. I got no beef with you. I don't care. Right? Like, let it go.
Other than our stuff, I'm talking to you guys, all my buddies now that I've met with the Collector Express, and I don't hardly watch anybody else's toy channels because we talk about toys all the time.
Yeah, we spend so much time talking about it that I don't.
There's no point for me
to watch everybody else's videos.
Yeah. So when I watch on YouTube, I watch car stuff. I watch fabricating things. I watch strongman channels. I watch firearm channels and different stuff like that, and a array of different things. Yeah. Are they watching toys content anymore? Because we talk about toys all the time.
All the time, yeah.
Which we should get back to.
We should get back to. Jesus.
What else news you got?
Like, literally, it was that and this one, the new Turtles of Grayskull.
I think news they've dropped this week, which we knew was coming.
Yeah. This was the big, like, and again, you guys know I'm not the hugest Masters of the Universe fan. I am a huge Turtles fan, but not the biggest Masters of the Universe fan. Like, I like them. I'm not dissing them or anything. But you know, it's not a line I extensively collect or anything. But just the turtle aspect of this is awesome, and it really is like the perfect combination of two franchise toy lines.
Oh yeah,
it's great. They look fantastic. I don't know, like I was confused because I was trying to figure out if they were supposed to be like half and halves characters of, like, you know what I mean? Like, these are obvious. The turtles themselves being, like, you know,
yeah,
whatever, MOTU characters as turtles or whatever. Like, I was expecting more, and maybe I'm just missing it, but I was expecting more, like, I would assume Man of Arms would be like Casey at Arms or some half.
So they're doing a crossover with the Turtles, the He-Man stuff, and the He-Man stuff with the Turtle stuff. So Man at Arms got the turtle shells on his shoulder pad and his weapons and stuff.
So there's some characters that are like there's I didn't see like a Shredder type character at all.
Oh, it'd probably be a wave too, since there's only 2 turtles in this wave.
Yeah, but it is cool, man. Like,
yeah, I like they're continuing with the Origins bodies.
Yes,
I like Origins,
which again we've talked about before is the line that is of the 2 that they are currently putting out. It is the better of the 2 lines. It's the one that I think makes the most sense to retail shelves. I think it makes the most sense to collectors. I think it just kind of in general makes the most sense across the board for Mattel. They got the most stuff. They got the best price point. You know, they've got far more figures. You know, you're getting actual, like, you know, accessories and vehicles and things like that with that line. You know, I think it's definitely the stronger of the 2 lines. All across the board. So I think it's really smart because this works right in with an Origins collection. You've already got displays and everything. Boom, you can throw these in.
This is one of the things I was disappointed that they stopped with the Masters of the WWE. I love the crossover line with the wrestling stuff. It kind of made sense because wrestling back in the 80s was like a living cartoon.
Yeah.
So it made sense to me. And I could was like, we'll never get a figure art Shredder with metal weapons. That would be badass.
It would be cool.
I'll tell you a good Shredder figure is another crossover line is the Power Ranger, the Green Ranger Shredder.
Yeah.
It's great.
That was the only one. That is the only Power Rangers figure that I was tempted to buy. I didn't get it, but like it was.
That's the only one I bought.
It's legitimately a good figure.
Apparently, I think those crossover figures, if you have a Burlington, they're showing up at Burlington cheap.
Oh, really? I do have a Burlington. I don't go there ever. But...
They have toys like Ross's and TJ Maxx stuff, and get them cheap.
Okay, I'll have to check them out. I've got one. It's right next to my Target. I'll have to
cool.
check them out. But no, speaking of, you triggered a member berry in my brain, and this is something I've been trying to push in the toy community for a long time, and that is for people. And I know people remember, but like I've even like sent letters. Not letters, emails. Let's be honest, okay? I've sent like an email to Toy Galaxy. I'm sorry, Secret Galaxy, whatever their name is now. I liked it better when they just did toy stuff, but whatever.
Dan Larson, just say.
Dan Larson. Like I'm waiting. I need I need Remco figures to make a comeback. Now, I don't think enough people talk about Remco back in the day. And for those of you too young to know what Remco figures were, imagine you are a very, very poor kid and you want G.I. Joe or Masters of the Universe or Star Wars or whatever, but your mom just don't have a lot of money to buy those figures. But Remco makes stuff exactly like it that just isn't called Masters of the Universe or Star Wars or G.I. Joe, but it's legitimately like exactly the same. That is Remco back in the 80s. And they actually did get some licensed brand. They did have Warlord from DC, and they did do some Conan figures, and they did all in the MOTU style. They also you triggered a member berry because you said wrestling. They did wrestling figures a lot back in the 80s. Yeah. They did G.I. Joe ripoffs that I can't remember the name of. They were the ones Remco did the original Crystar, the Crystal Meth Warrior. That was Remco back in the day. So they delved into some Marvel licensing and stuff like that back into the day. That company, specifically as its time in the 80s, does not get enough love from modern fandom as far as I'm concerned. I never hear anybody talk about Remco.
Well, for like a Remco style thing, like Laura mentioned that they abandoned the WWE Eternia crossover figures, but they're still making the figures on those bodies, which are kind of like the old Remco wrestling figures.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what you would get. Like my favorite ones were the
crossover theme to them, because I like that gimmick.
I had some of the Warlord figures. Those things were awesome. For those that don't know DC Comics Warlord, it's anyway, they were doing that in the He-Man style. They also had the Crusaders, which, if you're too young to remember what that is, if you can remember the 90s DC Comics when they put out that imprint Impact Comics for a very brief period of time in the 90s, and they were releasing like characters like the Fly and the Comet and stuff like that.
Oh, Quinn's mentioned they made Universal Monsters too. Love those figures back then, and a couple of them were steel.
This is a toy company that does not get enough retro love, in my opinion. I never see. I've been waiting for freaking Toy Galaxy to do. They do these retrospectives on toys and toy companies and stuff all the time. Do one on Remco, mother. Son of a bitch! Come on. I need some good Remco content. Whatever. I'm not bitter or anything like that. Anyway. But that was literally the only two news stories that I could find on Toy Arc that I thought anybody would care about at all. Did you have anything?
Because I got a few things. Let me pull up here. Get things situated. And we got one monitor down here. So
yeah, I think we just got overloaded for like 3 weeks in a row with all the conventions and stuff. That like this week was just dead.
Let's see. Come on. There we go. Which we already looked at that one. You brought that one up already. Nick is doing the glow-in-the-dark Dracula.
Which makes perfect sense for that line.
Yep. It's on the old retro card.
That's good use.
That actually got a Remco feel to it right there.
Yeah, it does. And that's good use of glow-in-the-dark. Like, sometimes they do these glow-in-the-dark figures, I'm just like, that does not belong on that character.
Yeah. I think all the retro card ones like this, they have glow-in-the-dark features. They do the standard release, and they do the retro card third style on as a glow-in-the-dark. I'm not positive, but I think that's what it is. First, we already mentioned the Turtles. A little more detailed pictures of the Turtles. We got the Leo, the Donnie. It makes sense having Donnie have Men of Arms armor.
Yeah.
We're getting a Krang with not sure what's going on with the green body.
Yeah, I don't know, but okay.
Then we got the Man of Arms looks really good. I like the fact that they're doing more. They've upped like the paint detail on these figures too. From when the origin started, their paint was very basic. They didn't paint the eyes detailed. Now they really detailed eyes and stuff.
Yeah, I love the head sculpt on that Man-at-Arms.
Yeah, that thing is great. I almost wanted just this by the head sculpt to put on my regular Man-at-Arms.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get the turtle motif on like everything on it. The mace, the knee pads, the shoulder pads. It's really cool. I wonder if He-Man's going to be on a bigger buck.
Is that dude slightly translucent, or is that just me?
He is.
Okay.
He is slightly translucent.
Okay.
And then making trap jaw apart to Mouser.
Yeah.
Kind of cool. Then you get the press release. That's on Toy Habits. They have a lot of good stuff. I just checked seal on the Giant Man. We are at 67.59 right now. 3 days, 4 hours.
It's not going to make it. I mean,
no.
It's not.
I just don't see it making it.
No.
For TFCon, this is going to be this guy I got sitting on my desk. Opened up a couple weeks ago.
That is a Voltron cassette.
Yes, it is.
That's
Voltron inspired version of Steeljaw.
Nice. I like that. Now, can you get all of them and make a Voltron?
Unfortunately, no.
Blaster or something like that. They need to have Blaster done up looking like Voltron.
Oh, that would be cool. And that's going to be available at the con and after Toy Dojo.
How big is that? Is that standard cassette size, or is that?
Yeah, it's like full 1:1 scale, full size cassette.
Okay.
You can see it's fits in the palm of my hand, but take that as a grain. Like I have giant hands, so. And we got a Universal crossover. The next one of those, we have the Dracula. Now we got the Frankenstein. Universal's doing crossovers, a lot of stuff here.
Can I just say real quick?
Yeah.
It makes way more sense to do Halloween crossover figures than it does Christmas crossover figures. Hasbro, stop it.
Yes.
With your stupid Star Wars nutcracker BS, whatever the hell it is. They look dumb, and they never sell. They don't sell. They didn't sell last year. So I don't know why they're doing it again this year. Anyway, makes way more sense to do crossovers with Halloween stuff.
And I like the VHS boxes too. That looks cool.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, that's what movies used to come on these little rectangular boxes with.
Yeah, and they had like videotape in them.
Yeah.
And it turned, and you could hear it moving. It was great.
Sometimes your VCRs would eat it.
Yes, that was terrifying when that would happen, especially to the VHS that was hard to replace.
Yeah. We got the confirmation that Silverbolt is a Voyager class. That is a great scale with Black Arachnia. I was worried they're going to have him be the same size as Black Arachnia. So I'm glad to see he's actually big. They're really... It's almost like a mini masterpiece version of the Beast Wars, these new mainline Beast Wars figures.
Yeah.
For the TFCon does like customizing classes, and this year this is going to be the kit for it if it loads. There it is. This is the class figure, customizing class figures. So you can do like a Armada Red Alert and I'm not sure what the other one is. Using Legacy Crosscut. Those are pretty cool. Big news on Loose Collectors front.
Yes.
They showed Iconic Heroes, which, from my understanding, might be a like legendary comic book heroes. After Toy Biz lost the license to Marvel, they start doing independent comic book characters. Loose Collectors.
How many waves? Do they have 2 or 3 waves of that? I can't remember.
I think 2 waves, and they had a couple of deluxe boxes with 2-pack boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Conan and Thrall, whatever it is.
Great figures. Awesome figures. ridiculously expensive to get a hold of today.
Yeah. And I chopped one up to make a custom Conan. Which looks awesome, though.
Yeah, it does.
They got some update on their big werewolf they're making with their go with Mr. Hyde, and that's going to be a big werewolf. Those look good.
I really, really wish, since they got that hide out, they would do like all the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Oh, that would be cool.
I really wish they would. I mean, I know that's probably not what that hide is supposed to be, but with them dropping that, you know, iconic heroes thing, I'm like, I mean, those are all, I mean, what do you call it? Why am I blanking on it? For you know, non-copyrighted characters. There's a term for it that my brain has just farted out of my head.
Yeah.
But, you know, all those characters, I mean, that's why League of Extraordinary Gentlemen exists. You can freely use those characters, do whatever you want with them.
But these are like new test shots of their new, more Chaos Comics characters. They've updated their molds a lot in articulation. They got thicker double jointed elbows. They got bicep swivels. They got thicker. Their joints are thicker too, so they won't be as brittle. That's one thing I had with the issue with Hill Witch. Her joints are real thin.
Yeah.
They're in a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive hide. I think we talked about that last week, didn't we?
Yep, these comes with the extra head and
the glow in the dark babies,
little demon babies. For some reason, I don't know what they have to do with hide, but cool.
Yeah, I'm digging the Marvel Select Nihilus.
Yep. Which we had seen a picture of like a month and a half ago. There was like some promo shot that went up, but actually getting to see the real thing is awesome, dude. I'm telling you what, like the last 4 figures, the Captain America, the Archangel, the Crimson Dynamo, and Nihilus, dude, all these figures are awesome. These are 4 awesome figures that Diamond Select is doing. I love that they're going to double jointed knees and elbows now.
Yeah.
You know, I you know,
there we go.
That's great. Like, because they've got the 7-inch scale, you know, license or whatever, right? Like, you know, it's been one of those things. There's been like a long time, like, oh, okay, well, why don't you use more articulation? You could. It's not that difficult, and now they are, which is awesome. I'm okay with Captain America being bigger than everybody else on the shelf.
Yeah, I'm really digging the Legendary figures.
They are sweet looking. What was I forget the one, because I'm a huge translucent fan. The translucent blue guy.
Oh yeah,
I can't remember. I don't remember any of the names of the characters.
No.
Yeah, him. Awesome.
I like that one too. And there's head packs for this one too.
Yeah.
So you can actually get you a few of these and like have variants, you know, changing out the heads.
They look like, I don't know why, but as I look at them, they look like figures that would go really good on like a Guardians of the Galaxy display. Oh
yeah. They've got a very cosmic vibe to them.
Yeah.
And they worked with 4 Horsemen to design these. So they're engineered like Mythic Legions. Which is pretty cool. And we got 5K toys. And this, where is he at? No, it's not on 5K. It's on Bombus B. I was sitting there looking for, wait a minute, where's the thing I was wanting to look at? This. I'm digging this thing here. These.
Oh yeah, yeah. You were showing me that earlier this week. The Rune-ish character.
Yeah. I could buy this. This is $65 on Bombus B. I asked Custom Cannon already, can you model a head with that kind of texture on it? And he said, I should be able to do a texture map, build a texture out. He was trying it out last night on the customizing stream. So it's got all these little bumps on it, on the rest of the body too. I just need a head and feet.
Yeah.
And paint match them to the body. And I got room.
Yep.
And these wings, I believe, are bendy. You see, they're like bent down over here.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like very articulated.
And for a figure that, I mean, that feature alone, I mean, what are gargoyles going for? $36 to $40, right?
Depending where you get them at, either $36.99 to $42.99, depending where you get them at.
And so you're talking a little over $20 more for a figure with more detail, and comes with more accessories and has bendy wings.
Yeah.
And this isn't a mainstream figure, right? Like, if Storm Collectibles put out a figure like this, it would be $150 if they put out this same figure.
Bombusby is a great place to get import figures. They're very inexpensive, and they list everything they come with. Got good pictures. Shipping's going to be a little slow because it's overseas, but man, these are so cool.
Yep.
This is like a powered up version of the same character. So there's two different versions. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to buy the other one and turn it into, hell, I might buy both of them because it just looks so cool too. For $50, this is cheaper than the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, there was some more pictures of it. Stupid. Yep, I'm getting that. Anything on Chosen Prime? Chosen Prime, like a domestic ship place to buy. I buy from them a lot too. They're great to deal with. They got like a loot system, like it's kind of similar to what you.
All right, guys, I'm here.
Oh, welcome.
All right, I was busy with customers.
Customers.
Don't they know you're busy on a show?
Right? I mean, but they want to give me their money. I can't say no.
Well, just tell them to leave it on the counter.
No, this isn't Clark, sir.
Oh, with 5K Toys, they can't show unlicensed products on their website anymore. They'll show them, but they'll redact out your face. Like they'll show like the Inuyasha, but they'll put a black bar over his face. So to see pictures of their figures, you got to go on their Instagram if it's an unlicensed product. I want this Kingdom Come Superman. I mentioned it before, but yeah, I want that.
It looks nice.
They're doing Kingdom Come Superman and Captain Marvel.
Ooh. Well, you mean Shazam?
During Kingdom Come, he was still Captain Marvel.
I know. That's right. It'll always be Captain Marvel to me, you know.
Everybody else likes to push my buttons over that too. Oh, and we forgot to mention this last week.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be nice.
Ramen Toys is doing the A-Team van.
You mean the first letter of the alphabet van? Can't call it the A-Team van.
Yeah. I think they're calling it the bread box van or something like that.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, I don't care as long as it gets made. It looks nice. I'm hoping he'll do Knight Rider next.
Yeah.
Is it going to come with the decal kit for the red stripe though?
Hopefully it's just decoed on.
Yeah. Well, General Lee, if you saw the General Lee in place of the Confederate flag, it has the United States flag on top now.
Well, you can actually, that's when you order, you have the option to get the U.S. flag or the Confederate flag.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yep. Hopefully they get the paint job right. Because the top of the van is not supposed to be black. A lot of people mistake that.
It's supposed to be like a dark silver.
Metallic gray.
Yeah, there you go.
But hopefully they get that right. They took input when they did the Chargers, so
Hey, they got the rims right.
Yep. The General Lee and the A-Team van had similar rims.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So definitely digging that. And of course we talked about Loose Collector already. I'm so looking forward to see what's going to come up for this.
He does some damn good stuff, man. You know, I've had his Hell Witch in here. I've had Red Sonja. I've had Purgatory, which I think I still have one of her left. And Vampirella, and and Lady Death. They've all sold out. I mean, I got that one figure left, but that's it. I mean, he does some damn good stuff.
Yeah. These are dropping soon. It's 2-pack.
Yeah, nice, but pricey. Ooh, damn, so pricey.
Yeah, they are pricey. I would love to see if we can get their order numbers up where they can get the prices down a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, look at all the hand options you got. I mean,
oh yeah,
it's a lot. Now, if it was just the Rocketeer by himself, I would have ordered it from at least one for me. But I think it's $175 or something like that. It's way too expensive. Even if you split it and somebody wanted the girl and you wanted the Rocketeer, you're still getting the better part of $80 a piece.
Mm-hmm. I think that one's Lamorta, that Satanus, and that one is the.
That almost looks like a silhouette for Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. What's her name? The one that looks like Emma Frost.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
At first, when I first saw this picture, I thought he was doing a Gen 13.
Chaotic.
I thought he was going to be doing Gen 13, and then I was looking at the images a little bit more, and I was like, no, that's not Gen 13 images.
Oh man, if you could get rights to Gen 13 from Scott Campbell,
yeah, Fairchild would be awesome figure to get.
Oh yeah.
Or does Scott Campbell still have the rights to Gen 13?
I don't know. They've been in DC for a while.
If he's smart, he'll keep that license.
All right, I think that's all I got for toy news. We got 20 chats 21 chats since I've seen last.
I was saying, so you're not paying attention. Look at that.
Well, I can't when I'm showing a picture.
I'm just being a bad co-host. I'm not paying attention.
I'm just
here.
Caught
up on here. Who's this Quinn Comics? He's comments.
I know, right? I don't know who that guy is. I hear he's a snappy dresser, though. Mm-hmm.
I've heard that too. Oh, TC's in the house. Hey,
see all the cool apparel that he wears? Really nice.
Oh yeah.
Can you imagine what the underwear looks like?
Highland Dread, the crossover between
what underwear?
T is great. Can see something Ninja Turtles without having to click super huge, expensive toy line like Super 7 and NECA. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I agree. Those would be great. Even they did like base turtles on those bodies would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, most of the crossover stuff you can actually take all the armor off and turn them into regular versions.
I'm sure Wave 2 will get a Casey Jones or an April or a Splinter or a Shredder. We're definitely going to get the other two turtles. They're not going to stop at just two.
Yeah.
These damn things are like potato chips. You just can't have one. So they're going to do a second and third wave easily.
Oh, yeah, McFarlane's Christmas Batman's figures.
Yeah.
Darth, why'd you have to bring us down?
Somebody take that thread out back and shoot it, please.
We got the Ginger in the house. What's up, gents?
Call that the Batman who jingles.
And Solus Ginger agrees with the extraordinary gentleman. That would be awesome to have.
It would be a great line. Yeah. I mean, who doesn't like monsters,
Yeah.
Public domain. Thank you. That's the word, the phrase that escaped my mind. Public domain.
Yep.
Was it the comic book company that DC pissed off, comic book franchise? The creator pissed off DC so much he said, "I'm releasing everything to public domain."
Oh damn! I have no idea.
Was it Fairy Tale? It was something. It was DC was illegally even giving licenses out to like video game companies and everything, and because they thought they owned it. And they were licensed it from the actual creator, and they would not pay the creator. And the creator said, "Hell, if you, I'm tired of fighting with you for what's mine. I'm releasing it to the public."
I agree. I mean, these companies are too damn greedy when it comes to money and this and that. It's like, hey, just pay these people fair, and you'll be able to use the license.
Oh yeah,
fair is a word that a lot of companies don't like to use.
they could definitely turn that van into a Punisher van option.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Once they get the tooling, they can add other stuff to it. And well, the charters, you had like what 4 variations you can do, and you mix and match. You can do different things with them.
Yeah.
You got the Black Charger that comes off the different interchange kits. You got Blades Charger, the Fast and Furious Charger, the Ghost Rider Charger. You can make it a 70 or 69 Charger, or 68 Charger. I'm sorry. Actually, I think you can actually make it a 68, 69, and 70 Charger with all the parts. Plus all the different hoods, engine options. And I like how they got the magnets incorporated and stuff. It's really cool. I've seen stuff out. With the U.S. flag, yeah, that's not the Journal Lee, but the U.S. flag. There's a really cool looking real car somebody's fixed up. It's called the General Grant, I think. It's blue.
Oh, yeah. The blue one?
The U.S. flag. That's an orange Charger with American flag. Yep, with a U.S. flag. GeekFusionTV, can you get the Journal Lee with a car for me? Thanks, brother.
No.
Charge him double.
I think that one selected 2 different Rocketeers. Also, too,
Funko did a Rocketeer figure a few years ago. It was pretty decent. The Cliff Secord head, though, wasn't all that great. Oh, nice.
I got him right here. It's a pretty good figure.
Yeah, it's not a bad figure. I didn't like the Cliff Secord head, though.
Yeah, that's why I got the helmet on there. I mean, he's not going to go without it. And trying to get through all our comments. Yeah, how many hand options does she have? Oh, it seemed like the Betty Page. For sure. And TC, you want it to figure for Christmas? Not a Christmas figure. Yeah. And
I don't mind some of the holiday figures that they make. I don't buy them all. Like the Star Wars ones, I think I got the gingerbread clone trooper. I got the Yeti Wookiee. That's about it. I got off those because they looked cool, or at least I thought they did. Other than that, I really don't. I got gifted by a customer last year the Skull Trooper for Halloween and the Halloween Wookiee. Those were gifts from a customer. But other than that, I mean, just certain ones, if they look good, I'll buy them.
Well, TC, we're on 2 different channels tonight. Some of the chats are on my channel on Collector Express, and some are on GeekFusionTV.
Yep.
So they're being split.
Simulcasting.
And they're being streamed live here at Quinn Comics.
Yes.
Yeah,
nobody's blocked. It's just, yeah.
And I will be right back.
Cha-ching. Oh, wait, what? Somebody has to go powder their nose.
Mm-hmm. You mean powder his nose? Like Santa Claus?
I mean...
That's why he lives in the North Pole. All that snow.
A little booger sugar. Little toot. Little nose candy.
Yeah, I think when Santa Claus does it, he sticks a candy cane up his nose, though.
Probably.
Yeah. He likes to smell of peppermint. What can I say? So you find anything new lately?
I did get a couple of things, actually. I've been working on a custom a lot lately.
Okay.
That's what I've mainly been doing. I did pick up a couple of things on Amazon's sale last week. So I picked this up.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm a huge Black Knight fan. Seriously's cool to have, but in this costume works great for Black Knight. But I've got every other Black Knight figure that came out, so I got that. And then I did finally pick this up. Same Amazon sale. I got the Excalibur 3-pack.
I was going to pick that up, and I forgot all about it.
I've been wanting this because I've been wanting to put together an Excalibur display. I've got that last Captain Britain that they came out with, where it's more the modern look, which is a great figure, but I like this better.
Yeah.
And then you get
style, man.
Yeah, and you get Shadowcat and Megan and a good classic Shadowcat.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that one was one I was most excited about, was picking that up. But That's really all I've picked up in the last week, other than stuff I've been picking up to go with my custom that I'm throwing together. I'm still waiting on my head for my Carter Slade Ghost Rider, but I've got his weapons in. So I've got his lever action and his revolver, which are metal. They're metal guns that I found on eBay. And they were like $7. And they're actually really nice.
I don't know how they make them that cheap.
This, I will say, I know that the revolver was definitely some sort of like keychain or necklace thing, because you see there where it has the hammer on the gun. That was actually a loop, like you're supposed to attach something to it.
Oh, okay.
So I cut it and filed it into just looking like a hammer because it was in the right spot. This though, the lever action, it's metal and it's painted and
looks good.
$7. So I've been working on him. I'm waiting to get the head in for that. But most of this week I've been working on his mount here on this.
Oh wow.
So that's what I've spent a lot of time doing, was putting this thing together so that he's all set up and ready to go. And that was the hardest part about the whole custom, was doing the horse.
And the horse looks badass.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna do. When I get everything finished up, I'm gonna do a video on it.
I ended up picking up a Vox Machina figure for like, I think $5.99. I forgot how to pronounce her name. Vexalia. There you go. Picked up her $5.99. I mean, I like the animated series. And then I picked up the 5-pack of the West Coast Avengers. So I think they were like $87 or something like that. That's not a bad price.
Yeah.
No.
I wanted to get that. None of the figures did anything for me. Like it just, I don't know why.
Yeah, there's only about half of them that I want. I mean, I'll probably put the other couple of them up for sale.
The biggest one found the whole set for me was the lighter orange Tigra.
Yeah, that was not bad. But honestly, the main reason I got it is like I wanted the Hank Pym. See, look, he's small, and then he grows, and then he's small again.
Yeah,
it's all about perspective. Isn't that right, Todd?
It's all about perspective.
Yeah. I mean, the Tiger was great, and I liked the new head sculpt and the color. Didn't really care about Pym. The Iron Man was just a worse version of the one I already have.
Why? I was hoping they would fix the red was still the pinkish red, and they got rid of the silver. But on the Silver Centurion.
Yeah, on the Silver Centurion, they got rid of the silver. It was just like
that neck joint.
They should have fixed the neck and made them the right color.
It went down a little bit farther into the actual collar. But other than that, it's not a bad figure.
And not make them pink would be good too.
Well, that too.
As you can see, we got Snake Mountain here.
Yes, we do.
Sitting here next to
I can't see it. Where is it at? I know it's too small.
Okay.
No, I'm just messing with you, man.
I love the artwork on that.
It is really nice. The box is worth keeping alone,
Yeah. The Mattel really brings it with their packaging design.
I will say that. It gives you a lot of eye candy to look at, And they're smart incorporating a lot of the other figures into the item itself. Because then you're like, oh, I need to get that one. I need to get this one. I need to collect it. I need, like Pokemon. I need to catch them all.
The only thing that stings a little bit, on the back, you'll see there's figures that were Mattel Creations exclusives. Like the frog guy down there. You can only get him Mattel Creations exclusives.
Isn't that white one that Slamurai or something like that?
Oh, the white one, I think he was a regular release.
Is he?
Yeah. I think that's the new Many Faces. So that was the fan channel exclusive. I guess what it is. It's not main retail release, but you had it online only.
Mm-hmm.
I had them on pre-order at Amazon, and Amazon canceled my damn order.
A lot of these toy companies like Hasbro and Mattel have not been able to fulfill their purchase orders to a lot of companies, including some of my distributors. So,
and that on and you got the Cobra Con, the Camo Con on the front of the box. That was a Mattel Creations exclusive.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get, and that's the only way to get the splayed out Cobra head. I wish they wouldn't do that, or at least make them where they're always available. On top, you got different options on the box. You got cool imagery all around this thing. The artwork actually wraps around the box on both sides.
Now that Skeletor's collector, that skull ship of his, I would not mind one of those. I would definitely buy it.
Let's see. We got Point Dread and the Talon Fighter on the back of the box too.
That I have. I found that at Walmart not too long ago.
Start opening the sucker up. Unfortunately, mine took a ding in a couple spots getting delivered.
Did they deliver it in the package like that, or did they put it in a box?
Actually, it came in the box. I make sure to check that box when I ordered. On Amazon, if you don't check that box, they'll put a
some people have been getting it delivered like you see it right there, just in the package it comes in, and not putting it in a box.
There's a hidden little check box when you order from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy to miss. You got to check it to have them to actually put this in a box. If not, they won't put it in a box.
Okay.
Oh, they do that quite often on pre-orders.
Yeah, I think when people don't see that box and it gets shipped like that, it's just guaranteed if it gets set on your porch, it's going to get stolen.
Yep. This is actually the second one I had to order because the first one didn't arrive. And they got tissue paper to protect the front.
Ooh. I said the same thing when I opened mine.
We have to pull forward to get all the different accessory pieces. We got gates on the front. Set these to the side until I get all this all configured. Got the floor section for the inside. Lots of tissue paper. The trap door. Instruction booklet. This is good. And we got the snake. We didn't really have one of those on the original Snake Mountain. We had that little wolf head thing, which is actually in here too. Lots of railings. Yeah. We got a weapons rack. I mean, this has got a lot more stuff than Grayskull had. Grayskull doesn't have this many parts.
Yeah, it's got a few parts in there, that's for sure.
Voltor's throne chair, that looks cool.
Yeah, that is nice. I love that.
That's something we never had before.
Nope. I like how they kept it classic, but they also updated it a little bit and gave us a few extra pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So,
this thing's gonna be huge when we get together. Look at that.
Yeah, the addition to that little rock crevice above the door, that was a nice addition.
Mm-hmm. More tissue. What is this? Oh, we got creatures.
Those go on that little pond thing that's on the bottom of the Snake Mountain. Makes it look like you got creatures coming out of the ooze.
That's cool. We got creatures and weapons for the weapons rack.
Yep.
And all on green.
And if you have that Skeleton Warrior 2-pack, those weapons are the same color, so you got extra weapons for them.
Oh, nice! I got a couple, one set of those in my pile of loot in Big Bag Toy Store.
Yeah, I had them here. They sold fast. I like them.
I can imagine. They're glow in the dark too, so
They're very, very nice. I would have preferred all pure skeleton, no armor on them, but for what you get, I mean, they're still not bad.
All right, get the main body here. That way. We got the ladder here too. There you go. This thing's got a lot of accessories. There's the classic face on the front. Now, let's look at the instruction booklet real quick. Okay. Okay. This one goes over here. Yeah, this is a nice addition. The original Snake Mountain didn't have this, did it? The actual snake. It did?
Yeah, it did. It's just a little swivel one. This one, actually, it's jointed. It's nice. I think it's a little too big, and it should have been a little bit more posable. But other than that, it's nice. I like it.
Get your home.
Get in your home.
Okay, we got.
And the cool part about the bridge on the outside, it pops in and out. That way you can put it in the Snake Mountain for storage. That way you don't always have to have it open.
I like the little creatures.
Mm-hmm. They work well in that little puddle that you get there, and not only that, but if you got figures, you can pop the torso off, pop the torso on there, and it looks like they're wading through it.
Oh yeah. That's right. The figures come apart in the middle.
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll show you the back here side here in a minute. Trying to get everything assembled.
Now, do you have some Origins figures so we can do some posing here?
Yes.
All right.
They're in the other room. I just have to go grab them.
Just making sure we got to give the audience a full experience here.
Okay. You put the feet together. Yeah, they showed like where you can put the figures on those little pegs. Look like they're sinking down into it. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Wish the Talon came with the Talon pilot. Talon fighter.
That would have been nice.
So it's a good price though for what you get. Like $40, you get the piece add on to the Grayskull and the fighter. Not bad.
got to open some of my crap too because you're making me jealous. Oh, look, it's Courtney Cox.
It is absolutely Courtney Cox.
Yeah. Which, I mean, honestly, I'm perfectly fine with. I think it makes sense given this is the 90s look for Circe. Yeah, I'm completely down with that. I don't have a problem with that at all. Oh, I love this Black Knight. Sorry. Never mind, people. Keep looking at the He-Man stuff.
There we got Page. Not the best instructions on how to put the cage together. Or am I missing a page? Nope, page is stuck together. That makes more sense. Well, I like the fact that the decals are actually applied on this one. On Grayskull, you had to put a lot of stickers on it.
Now, does it come with extra stickers and stuff that you can put all over it, or everything's already pre-applied?
Pre-applied on this one. On Grayskull, you had to put them on yourself. If I remember that correctly.
Is that Michael Jackson I'm hearing in the background?
Oh, is it too loud?
I swear I'm hearing Michael Jackson. No, I just don't want us to get a copyright strike.
Oh no, I have music on here in the store, so yeah, I don't want to get anybody in trouble while I'm trying to download it.
Yeah, the last Sunday Whippet stream, Facebook tried to claim my entire video, for 15 seconds of audio.
For 15 seconds? If I'm not mistaken,
they want to claim a 3-hour video for 15 seconds.
Isn't it? If I'm not mistaken, doesn't it have to be like 60 seconds, 30 seconds, or 60 seconds of content before you get a copyright infringement?
Yep. So I just deleted the video and said, hell, if you ain't getting my video. It's on Facebook.
You know,
YouTube.
Since you brought up YouTube, I'll tell you this. YouTube's coming down a little too hard on everybody. Somebody, and I use this analogy, look what happened to MySpace. MySpace, Facebook got created and everybody left MySpace. Somebody's going to create some other type of video, channel thing that you can put like similar to YouTube and call it something else, and everybody's going to flock there because the restrictions are going to be a little bit less. Yeah. They'll have restrictions within normal parameters, but not like this other crap that they have, where they demonetize people's videos because of the thumbnails. I'm like, who cares? But the content is still in the video. You just can't put it in the thumbnail. So I think that's ridiculous.
Koosh says, Justice League International figure box set, never ever. That's never going to happen, dude. Especially not with McFarlane having the license. You're not going to see box sets like that ever.
Yeah, maybe not a box set. You might see a figure or two in a wave, spread out, but yeah, you won't see all that. Not in
McFarlane doesn't do collector box sets.
Not unless they do a movie, and he knows he can make some major bank off of it. And even then,
he never does box sets of teams.
You won't see it in a box set. You might see it in a 2-pack, maybe a couple 2-packs, but you won't see it in a box set.
That's pretty cool. You got 2 different options to put the sail. You can put it over here on this side over here underneath the throne room, or you can put it over the trap door, which I'm putting over the trap door. Underneath the trap door, anyway.
Oh yeah. It's nice to have options like that.
I think for storage, you put it over here on this side,
Yeah.
When you close it up.
Eileen Dread says, I have the box to Castle Grayskull and a plastic protector. Once they make a protector for the Snake Mountain box, I'll get it. They make protector boxes that huge?
I guess so. I got my signed Optimus Prime up there in an acrylic box.
All right, we're getting a request. When you get the shackles for Snake Mountain, can you put them against a ruler or cutting mat for scale? They want to know how big the shackles are.
The shackles.
How long they are? I think they're about 3.5 to 4 inches long. I mean, they're pretty good length.
The shackles. I don't
Yeah,
have
it's on the front of the Snake Mountain.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, they're already attached. I think they're around 3.5, 4 inches long, give or take.
All right, I'm ready to flip it around and put the stuff on the front. I'll put the ladder on afterwards because it hangs out on the floor. No. It's got a spot down here. Never mind. I was wrong. There we go.
TC out in the chat says, that's a lot of Supermen you got back there.
It is.
And I think the rest of that comment is, be a shame if something happened to him.
I got 3 rows on top, another 3 rows. We got Superman and Superman villains on the next one down, and Superman family.
Well, I know where you live now, Jared. So something comes up missing. It was Matt. Just saying.
All right, I get to. So we got to do angle it for the walkway. That's gonna be.
Now, do you have a place to put this yet?
Not well, kind of.
Not really, but I'll figure it out. That's usually me. I'll figure it out.
In my review room, where I got a spot I can stick it.
Now, are you going to do anything to this, or are you going to leave it as is, knowing that you love to tinker with everything?
I'll just leave this one as is.
It's pretty good the way it is. There's no real need to modify it.
Takes a little bit of force to get this ramp in those slots.
Yeah, the way they updated it, I like it. They didn't overdo it. They didn't underdo it. They did just the right amount.
Yep.
And especially with the price point too. I mean,
oh yeah, it's what was it, $80?
Yeah, I think mine are like 90 or 94 here. But I'm running a sale right now, so 13 days of Halloween sales, 25% off all comics, 15% off the entire store.
I feel like if I decide to get back into MOTU, it will have to be the Origins line.
I mean, it's some nice stuff.
Well, that and the price too is good. I mean, it's a really good price. You're getting good, cool stuff for a good price, whether it's just the figures or whatever. You know, you're not getting stuff like this. First of all, you're not getting stuff like this at all with other scaled, really any other figures. And even if you do occasionally get something like this, you're certainly not getting it at that price point.
No.
True.
I mean, in any other toy line, this would be what, $400 or $500?
Oh God.
Yeah.
Probably around the $300 mark, maybe.
I mean, look at Super 7. Look what they're doing with their Thundercat stuff. You know what I mean? Like
that Thunder Tank, that's $550, man. I'm like,
yeah.
You know, I have one. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad I got it, but Jesus Christ, I didn't like paying that price.
Yeah.
You know, and the Cat Slayer $750 shipped. I'm like, I wanted it, but I'm good. I mean, I was gonna buy it through my store, but that's $750 all at once. I was gonna do it through Super 7's website and do payments, but for some reason, it didn't approve my my payment plan. So I'm just like, all right, well, Super 7, I guess he didn't want my money, so I'm not going to get it. I didn't bother messing with it or whatever, so I'm like, I'm good. It just saved me $750.
The ramp piece makes it stable. It's very secure. It doesn't bend in the middle right now because it connects the two parts together. And this thing is awesome. We got the ladder. Put that back in over here.
Who says McFarlane still's not done Dr. Fate justice? No, both those figures suck. Both those Dr. Fate figures suck. I've seen some people do some kit bashing between the two to make a decent figure, but that's still, it's not a great figure. And the fact that you have to buy two to kind of kit bash together one decent looking Dr. Fate is ridiculous.
If I'm not mistaken, wasn't that the Dr. Fate? Wasn't that either movie or video game?
There was one that was video game he put out, and one that was from Shazam or Black Adam. Sorry,
there you go.
And he hasn't done a comic book Dr. Fate yet, and neither one of them are any good. They're both bad figures, and yeah, like you can kit bash the two of them together and make a decent figure, but it's still not great.
The length of the chains are 3 inches each.
There you go. I knew it was about 3.5, somewhere in there.
Spot on. Let me go grab a couple of Origins figures. So scale.
Yeah, Maya Blue says Jejo's Snake UFO ship. Yeah, the Cobra mothership's $400. Yeah, I mean after it's $4.99, and then after shipping, because I saw somebody posted on Facebook the price after shipping and taxes and everything else, and it was like $620 for that. And here's the thing about it, like that's right up my alley as a 3 3/4 inch Joe collector.
It's nice.
Like that's right up my alley. I would love to have it, but there is no way in hell I am paying that much money for that thing. It is not worth it. I did a video earlier this week where I compared it to the USS Flag. Right?
Yeah, I saw it.
1985, we get the USS Flag. It sells for $109, $110, which in today's money is about $300. Okay, and that thing is 7.5 feet long by 3 and something feet wide and 3 feet tall. Weighed 45 pounds, and in today's prices would be around $300. Yep. And they're offering that 32 inch by 32 inch thing for freaking $500.
I agree with you.
Like, it's just, I mean, I get it. Super 7 is a smaller company. Like, I understand, but it is just not worth it, man. Like, it's cool. I would love to have that thing hanging from my ceiling for all my 3 3/4 inch, Cobra figures. That'd be awesome. But I'm not paying that much money for that thing. That is way overpriced.
Companies have to realize how much money do you think the average toy collector actually has? I mean, are you trying to cater to the people that have unlimited bank accounts? Because I know I don't.
Yeah,
I would love to have had all the turtle vans from NECA and Super 7 and the Cat Slayer and I mean all that stuff. I mean all the HasLab stuff. I would love to have, but even the Giant Man, while I think it's a great figure and it's a great price point, I'm gonna skip out on it. And I hate to. I hope it funds. If it does, great. If it doesn't, well, too bad. But I paid $500 for the Galactus and $450 for the Sentinel, and I'm just like, how much room are you possibly going to have to display all these bigger items, let alone the small ones? I mean, you keep filling us up with these toy companies, fill us up with all these oversized items. We're not going to have room for it, and guess what? They're going to run themselves right out of that HasLab and Kickstarter community. They're not going to be able to make any more because nobody's going to be buying them. Nobody's got room for it, let alone the money for it.
Yep.
And no offense to anybody that has the cash for it, great. If you do, more power to you. I'm happy for you, and you get your oversized items. There's nothing wrong with that. I would like to be right there with you, but I live in reality, and I just objectively cannot spend that type of money on these items, as much as I would love to, but lower priced items like the Snake Mountain and the Castle Grayskull, granted, yes, they are big items, but they collapse up and you can just store them away. You know,
and they have a much better price point.
Again, the price point is so much better. So I have Castle Grayskull and I have Snake Mountain. Do I have Snake Mountain displayed? No. Castle Grayskull I have displayed, but it's closed up. So, but that's it. But, you know, I mean, and I can stack other things on it, in front of it, and around it, you know. But yeah, these bigger items like that Cobra Mothership, nice. I would not be able to put it back here behind my counter. You know,
Trapjaws is not cooperating today, is he?
No. Nope.
Yeah, Trapjaw just won't want to cooperate. I'm leaning him against the. All right, there we go.
That looks awesome.
It does.
And this is a shining example of if a company wanted to provide larger items like this at a decent price, they could.
They don't have to be big. They don't have to be fancy, you know. And let's face it, a lot of us as toy collectors, we don't necessarily want a play set. We want more of like a diorama that we can display things on. And see, even if there was nothing behind Snake Mountain, we just had the front, hey, I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah.
Charge me $100 for that. I'll pay for it. A lot of people would. Ramen Toys, did you hear it?
I'm very happy with this.
Yeah,
that looks awesome.
You know, the fact that the Wolf doesn't do the electronic stuff, I'm good with that. It doesn't have to light up.
That's just added cost for something I'll never use.
Exactly. Let's face it. How many people that have these items that have electronics in them use those electronics on a daily basis? You don't. And you store them without batteries because you don't want it corroding. I've got a next generation bridge playset that unfortunately I left batteries in. It corroded all the wiring in it. So it's I cannot use the electronics in it anymore. It still looks nice.
I got to zoom out, just the whole thing in.
You know, and I have it in stored in my closet. I don't have a place to put it, you know, but I know I have it. So, you know, there's that. But then again, that back in the 90s was only $54.
And the fact we got Skeletor's throne for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not the first time, but
in a more affordable throne for the
thing,
first time. Yeah, that is awesome.
Because it was in like the big Snake Mountain that Super 7 did.
Oh God, see, that's another one. That was what, $700 with shipping. I'm like, as much as I wanted that one,
and
that was
as big as this thing is. It dwarfs this.
Yeah, it was like 5 feet long, wasn't it?
No, it's great. It's about the length of my table, I believe.
Do you have one?
No, I never got that one.
Yeah, see, I wanted that, but I was just like, no, I'm good. I'm out.
Wasn't there and again, because I don't collect the line, but wasn't there an Eternia playset, the big one?
That was a crowdfunding, and it was
did that one fund?
Yeah, that funded fast.
Okay,
really fast. But also the price point too, wasn't it like $300?
Oh no, it was pretty expensive.
It was? I don't remember.
I think it was like $400 or $500.
Well, even then, still not bad for what you got.
Well, and compare it to like the price of the old Eternia playset.
Oh yeah. I bet you anybody that wanted an original Eternia playset definitely backed the new one just so they could have it. You know.
Yeah. There we go. Turn my brightness down. Yeah, I love this thing. This thing is awesome. And while we're into it, I got Mossman.
Oh, nice.
The Walmart exclusive.
I don't like flocked figures. Never have. Yeah, right. Me and Robo are the same way. No, don't like flocking. Mattel can go flock themselves.
Really, have his pine scent.
Oh yeah, I wonder if that one is. I know Mossman was, but
what's weird though is like,
does he have a smell?
The flocking must cost a lot because he was $40. He was the price of the Talon Fighter and Point Dread.
Does he have a pine smell?
Let's see. My nose don't work like it used to. He does.
Wow. That's where that $40 went. Pines. Hey, the figure.
Plastic crack.
The figure is $4.99. The pine scent is another $34.99.
It smells like pine sol.
Well, there you go. Throw it in your laundry. Then you get all your clothes pine sol fresh.
I don't think his flocking would last.
Mm. But your clothes would smell so good.
Maya says only 777 orders on point. They did not meet the goal of 4,000. Ends on the 22nd. Oh, talk about the Cobra mothership. Yeah, it ends in like 2 days, and they're nowhere near where they wanted to be on that thing.
But you never know, man. You never know what stuff like it. G.I. Joe, when it comes to like the HasLab, they funded within like a day or two, both of them. So you never know about this one. This may not fund, but it may fund. You never know. I'd be surprised if it did. But, you know, also giving everybody like, what, a month? I mean, usually crowdfunding is like 45 days or 60 days or something like that. Yeah. They should have given everybody at least a little more time.
I have not been even keeping track of it because I've got no interest in it.
Yeah, I like it. It looks nice. But again, no, not for me. Now, can you imagine if they did it and they made it 6-inch scale? Holy crap. I bet you Hasbro, if Hasbro's listening and they decide to make some sort of a big 6-inch scale playset for G.I. Joe, that thing will fund within a day or two.
The Classified is hot right now.
Classified has done very well. The helicopter funded within a little over a day, but it took a little while for the tiered items, which is fine. Yeah. But the His Tank funded in less than a day. So can you imagine what the next HasLab for G.I. Joe is going to be?
What's stupid is like these people like get arrogant. Like when they showed like the girl with the helicopter. Oh, you don't know that? You just must not be a fan. Yes, I don't know about a Venezuelan exclusive figure that was released in the 80s before the internet.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan because I don't know figures that didn't come out. I was fine with it because as soon as I saw it, they're using the crowdfund to make a T-Lit. Not T-Lit, Scarlet.
Yeah, and we saw renders of the Scarlet already. Man, she looks good. Yep. But speaking of like HasLab stuff, the stuff that's coming up on the 27th for Ghostbusters, what do you think we're going to get? You think it's the Marshmallow Man?
I don't think they'll try a Necto.
Well, it could be that or Marshmallow Man. I think Marshmallow Man would be the cheaper route to go for them, less tooling, and they can make some big ass item out of it. But they said it's not just a HasLab. Apparently, there's other products for Ghostbusters. So, are we going to get real Ghostbusters animated figures finally? Are we going to get more movie stuff from Afterlife? Are we going to get stuff based on the new movie that's going to be coming out next year? I mean, inquiring minds want to know.
It's got the little grip handle like back in the original toy.
Yeah, I didn't assemble it with the grip handle. I just assembled it with just the leg.
A coup out there in the chat says he Joe Biden'd Moss Man. You did. You totally sniffed Moss Man.
Hey man, it's plastic crack.
So no thoughts on Ghostbusters, huh?
On Ghostbusters, I don't know.
HasLab or figures? I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you think?
If it HasLab, it's got to be either Marshall Man or the Ecto, which I don't think they would risk it.
What about the Firehouse? That would be easy to make. The Firehouse. I mean, you basically do a cutout like they did with the other one, just the front wall, a side wall, a couple floors. I mean, I think that would be a winner, surefire winner right there.
I would be. I mean, I bought a couple of the figures when they first came out, and I ended up getting rid of them because I don't know, they were fine, but there was no like other stuff coming out for them. But if they would start dropping, like, give me a Vigo, give me a Zool, give me
those two.
Yeah, give me some of the other figures, recreate, and not in the Kenner style, but recreate some of the old ghosts and things, in that 6-inch scale. Like, I'd be way more interested in it. Because the 4 Ghostbusters are cool, but that doesn't make for a great display for me. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like give me some of the other stuff to go with it.
Well, see, they promised or they hinted around back when they released the Ghostbusters line a couple years ago that we might be getting some animated stuff. It's an easy repaint. Even if they just repainted the heads, animated series colors, I would still be good with that and give us the animated outfits. I'd be good with that. But if they give us all new stuff with this new, because they're trying to make it some big thing on 10/27 for Ghostbusters. If they reveal a decent HasLab and then a good line of figures, especially animated, because people been wanting that for a while. If they give us some animated stuff, there's a lot of ghosts, individual unique ghosts that we could get from the animated series.
Oh yeah, and they could easily do it. I mean, look at the stuff they're pumping out for Power Rangers.
Yeah, there you go. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like they're pumping out some crazy figures for Power Rangers. Some of the villains are insane, and so they can do some crazy ghost figures and stuff like that.
I agree with Hillian Dread. The Boogeyman action figure would be awesome from the animated series.
Oh yeah,
I would kill for that. Huge hit on that guy. Sam Hain. That's another one from the cartoon. Give us an animated Janine. All those, I take them all, man. I have the what is it? Diamond Select Real Ghostbusters figures. I love them, but I have them in the package because I'd rather leave them in the package. That way I don't lose any of their parts. But if Hasbro made some, I would definitely open those. Yeah.
It's showing you put two
my sweet spot right there. I'm sorry, what was that?
It's showing you can put two figures in this thing, but I'm not doing that. That looks weird.
Yeah, I know. And they chose
basically on top of each other.
It looked like they're parked in a parking lot. Mm-hmm. Yep, no, I'm good.
There's already enough rumors about He-Man.
But you can put the top piece onto Castle Grayskull or have it like base by itself.
It's a nice piece. I'd always wanted one of those from when I was a kid. Never got one. Now here it is. 40 years later? Now I got one. I'm happy.
Me too.
The young child in me is very, very happy.
Oh, that's cool. The eyes are translucent. There's translucent orange on the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So they got, is it light pop? Don't light pop. It's been cool. That's kind of missed opportunity.
The fact
could have done like a little spot here would have the orange poke out through here.
Mm-hmm.
Like a triangle or something other, and make it like look stylized.
Yeah, the fact that they made it is an achievement in itself. I'm glad that they're investing some.
You got the option to go with the gun on top or the radar dish. I'm putting the gun on.
Yeah,
it's a gunship.
I'm glad they're investing the money into the vehicles for this line because man, there was a ton of them back in the day.
I'm still calling shenanigans on the Snake Palace or whatever it is they got.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that'll fund, but you know what? I
want the attack track.
Yeah, if they do an attack track, people are going to be in for that, especially if it's animated accurate. I mean, it doesn't have to necessarily be electronic, but hey, as long as the wheels roll and you can put a few figures in there, I'm good.
The Micro Machines was cool. I remember I had some of them. I think I had some of the Babylon 5 ships, Micro Machines.
Yeah, I bought a few of the Micro Machines Star Trek stuff back in the day.
Same. The ships, I like those where you name them little small ones.
Yeah. Johnny Lightning did a line of them back in the early 2000s. Those I bought a few of those. I wish I would have bought more, but I couldn't find them.
Ecto 2 animated shark easy. Oh, it would be funny to throw us all for a curveball and then do that the Ghostbusters with the gorilla.
Oh God. You Tracy the gorilla? I don't think so.
Those recent Kenner style figures were poorly painted. The pupils and eyes were. I picked them up for $3 a piece at Ollie's.
You talking about the Kenner reissues?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those. I mean, I like them. I bought them. I mean, now I got them carded. With brand new plastics because I had an Egon from back in the day, and the plastics, it looked like he had freckles all over his face because the plastic just, went bad. So now I got nice new ones, and I gave my Ecto 1 to my nephew years ago. I regretted it. Now I've got a brand new one. So, and I have it in the box. So I'm very happy with those. And I just recently bought on eBay, probably about a month or so ago, Ecto 2. And I bought some replacement blades that somebody 3D printed. And I have that. Actually, I have it. Oh, where's it at?
I missed out on getting the reissue Ecto.
It's right there hanging from a ceiling.
Nice.
Yeah. And I have my E-gun in it, too.
Welcome, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
YOLO. What's up?
And showing, like earlier, I picked up the Mr. T's from the Superstars line, which he is hard to get.
It's a nice figure.
Yeah. I love the soft goods. He's got a soft goods outfit.
Here's the custom Mr. T that I made.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. From Roadblock, because the gold works pretty well. And that wrestling elite figure. I used the torso and the head. Obviously, the jacket I used from Marvel Legends Blue Marvel, and just put everything on there. And now he's a G.I. Joe Mr. T.
And it works too. Like that's somebody who would be in G.I. Joe.
I pity the fool.
In my head canon too, it's like Sergeant Slaughter in the cartoon was way more jacked than the real Sergeant Slaughter, bigger, badder. Hell, he was a super soldier. He was ripping through robots.
Yep.
Actually, if
Mr. T in the G.I. Joe universe, he would be bigger than life like Sergeant Slaughter too.
Yep. That figure, the custom that I did of Mr. T, I have right next to my Sergeant Slaughter. My Sergeant Slaughter is actually a little bit bigger than that Mr. T, which works out for me.
Yeah, he's got all new legs like Mr. T does, and Slaughter does.
Oh, I don't know if you heard, but apparently Sergeant Slaughter has been going to Ollie's for $4.99.
I have. I've not seen him at our Ollie's.
I haven't seen it here either.
I haven't seen any G.I. Joe classifieds at our Ollie's.
I will tell you
only
that
classified I've seen at Ollie's is the movie Snake Eyes figures.
I was there on Monday night, and they had Dusty for $4.99, so I picked one up.
Nice.
And for $5, I mean,
I've got him, but if I found him for that cheap, I'd buy another one because you can do some custom stuff with him.
You
can hash him up.
But I removed the camo on his face, and I mean, it's great. The helmet is a little too big, but you know what? He has a name up here. It says Tater. I took some acetone, cleaned that off. He's great for an army builder.
Oh
if
yeah,
you just want to army build military guys. I mean, you could do that. You could have him with the goggles on, goggles off.
Tony's Figs, a big G.I. Joe customizer on Instagram. He used that to replace Falcon's head. He took the camo paint off his face, painted the hair brown. It makes a great Falcon head.
Yeah, you could repaint the hair on this guy in a couple different colors, and you could have your standard, just your army builder.
Since we're talking about He-Man, let's bend some rebar.
Bend it. Do it, dude. You should be on one of those strongman contests.
There you go.
By the power of collecting, I can bend steel with my bare hands.
Apparently, some people think that's hard.
But now I need Nightcrawler.
You never bought
a hard one to get. I've got the only Nightcrawler I currently have in my collection, which is actually my favorite Nightcrawler, is the old school X2 Nightcrawler.
Yeah, he's not a bad figure.
I mean, he's got the bendy tail and everything.
Alan Cummings did a good job with him.
And this figure is fantastic. It's one of the best Toy Biz figures that they did, I think. It looks like Alan Cumming. It's a great figure, but that's the only one I've got. I want to get that one. What was it? Was it from the Apocalypse Wave? What was the one?
I think so.
But he's so hard to get, so expensive. But I need to get. I'm going to need a Nightcrawler for this. I've got that kit bashed Phoenix that I've got, and I've got these.
Yeah, as soon as Nightcrawler came out, I picked him up, man. Him and Iceman are my two favorite X-Men. You know, so
I've got a ton of Iceman because he is my favorite X-Man.
Yeah.
So I've got a bunch of him. I've also got a bunch of kit bashed Iceman that I've done over the, whatever. So I love Iceman. But Nightcrawler, I don't have. I just got him. He's the only one that I've got. I love the figure, but he's not going to work well on an Excalibur display.
I guarantee you, if you wait long enough, Hasbro will either reissue him or remake an all new one. So they're not going to give up on their bread and butter, especially the main characters.
Although I've noticed, I don't know if you have, I've noticed less interest in X-Men Legends as opposed to other figures. Have you noticed it at all?
At retail?
Yeah.
I don't know. X-Men 97's been selling pretty well here, but that's based on the new cartoon. I know the Age of Apocalypse wave, the first wave that came out sold like crazy. The second wave, there has been a little bit of a slowdown. But I think that's all due to character selection. If they would have given us better character selection on the classic characters instead of your second and third tier characters, I think it would have sold a lot better. But I mean, who am I? I'm just a fan of toys and comics and characters in general. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Could you notice I put some classics figures up front. Let me zoom in. It's not bad, but you can display them with it.
They still work, yeah.
They work, yeah. I mean, you could even put, the classics. I mean, they're a little bit bigger, but I mean, just for a diorama, it works.
The interior might be a little small, but it's not bad.
No, and like I said, just for a diorama, I mean, even if there was nothing on the inside of that Snake Mountain or the Castle of Grayskull, it's a great diorama. You know,
well, it's like what I've got here. So I put that Blue Beetle bug on display, and technically it's too small for my DC-UC stuff, but it looks great on display. You know what I mean?
So they look.
Yeah, that works great. That works great.
Yeah, it's a great. Like I said, it's a great diorama piece. You know, there's no wrong way to collect. You know, and you can display your. I mean, if you ever seen my collection, my stuff is all mixed up all the way through. So, you know, you display them the way you like them. Mine's not as fine-tuned as Jared's there in the background, which his is more organized like a museum. Mine is not. But, I mean, I enjoy the ocean of chaos that is my collection.
No, I'm sorry. There is a wrong way to collect, okay?
Uh-oh.
And if you collect both G.I. Joe Classifieds and Valaverse, you're doing it wrong. Pick a side, people.
Uh-oh.
Pick a side.
Oh, God.
And say names, okay? Otherwise, you're not a man. Anyway, sorry.
I'm not going to touch that one.
That's going to be... I'm going to keep bringing that up for a long time because it's hilarious.
Yeah. Not a man.
You make a Mr. T necklace out of that thing.
There you go. Just keep going with it. Just keep going with it. All the way around like that.
Yeah, well, I want to get it not to get stuck in it. And the trip earlier we were talking about like nose candy and stuff like that. Well, it's not. When I had to take a break for a second, I do have type 2. Now I have type 2 diabetes, and every medication seems to make you gotta go piss.
Yeah, I'm type 2 diabetic, man. I'm right there with you. I know what it's like.
What was it? Jardigan? Every half hour.
Jardians? You take Jardians every half hour?
No, it made me go to the bathroom every half hour. So it's like,
until your body gets used to it, then yeah. But I've noticed I've had to, not to change the subject from toys to urine, but you know, I've had to urinate a little bit more frequently. But you know,
we need some diabetic toys. That's what we need. We need diabetes He-Man.
Yeah, He-Man with a little jar of metformin and
What's the next crossover with
he comes with a little insulin pump on his abs.
So you need like a Wilford Brimley crossover with Master Universe?
Yes. Oh no, Star Wars.
Yeah,
he was in Ewoks We need the Wilford Brimley character in Star Wars.
Yeah, for the Battle for Endor.
And he has a little switch on his back, and it's like, and he just says diabetes, diabetes, diabetes. Like that's all he says. Over and over again.
Stick it in there. Okay. I got my cylinder in.
That's a throwback, by the way. If you're not old enough to know A, who Wilford Brimley is, or B, know that he was actually in Star Wars.
He did all the oatmeal commercials. He looked like the Quaker Oats man for a while.
For those old folks of us that remember this crap, yeah, Wilford Brimley was in Star Wars.
It's before your TikToks were invented.
How old were you when you found that crap out? Jesus. What a weird choice to be in a Star Wars movie, by the way.
You know,
I get it was the Ewok adventure and whatever else, but still.
Well, there was a point in the 80s though where he was a hot actor, like for stuff.
I mean, hot is a little. I mean, he was.
Well, I'm not saying he was hot.
Hey,
to each their own. To each their own.
Hey man,
he was mustache, man. You gotta dig the mustache.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah, he was in Remo Williams, if I remember correctly, wasn't he?
Was Wilford Brimley in Remo Williams?
Wasn't he? I know he was in Cocoon.
Yep.
I know he was in Cocoon. You know what's funny? I looked at this. I was looking this thing up, and I was there's a meme going around, so I had to verify it to check. Did you know when he was in Cocoon, he was in his early 50s?
Oh wow. Well, he looked good for his age for 50s.
Well,
no, he didn't. He looked horrible because he was playing like a 70-year-old.
Hey, if you can swing it.
And he looked it, and we all bought that he was like in his late 60s, early 70s because that's how old he looked.
But he got paid. That's all I'm gonna say.
True. This is true. Or it's like finding out in the first Lethal Weapon movie that Danny Glover, when he was like, I'm getting too old for this shit, was 41 years old when he shot that movie.
Wow.
And here's me at 46 going, what? Like, I thought that dude was in his like mid to late 50s when that movie was made. The way he was acting, I think people just age differently back then.
You know, they're using the 10-year gap now as saying this is the new this. So, like, I'm 53, but 53 is the new 43. I'm like, well, 53 is 53. You know,
apparently back in 1986, 41 was the new 55 because that's how old I thought Danny Glover was in that movie.
To me, you only feel as old as you are. And age is a number for me. I don't really care about getting old. If I do, I do. I mean, I'm going to take it gracefully. But, you know, I've got my aches and pains at my age. You know, I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not running around like a 20-year-old anymore. I wish I did, but you know, until they create a new pill for that, well, then, you know.
As I always respond to my wife whenever I do something stupid and childish, and she goes, "How old are you?" And I go, "This many," and then I hold up some fingers. That's how old I feel.
Yeah, there you go.
My wife thinks I'm a child, so that.
Well, I run a comic shop, so I'm like Peter Pan. I'll never grow up. I love this stuff. You know, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love toys. Been collecting for 40 years. I don't see any sign of me stopping anytime soon, unless I die, which I hope I don't. Not anytime soon. There's so many more toys for me to buy.
All right, let's see. What do we got out there in the chat today? Maya says that Andrew keeps them young. Glad it's ended, Vamps.
What's Andrew?
I have no idea. I don't know what he's talking about. I was hoping Jared would know. I don't have a clue. I'm thrown off.
It's the Andrews. What you young folks are watching these days. I don't know what the talk is. What the hell?
Bartholomew says he was the director of the group Remo Williams worked for. He was? He was the director? I remember the one dude, the tall black guy, what worked for the group. I didn't remember Wilford Brimley, though.
The blood of young. Is this a guy's a vampire? What the hell's going on here?
Blood of the young.
The blood of the young.
We would bathe in the blood of the young to keep us young. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
that and stir-fried souls are very good.
Yes.
Speaking of back on like vehicle stuff, like with Ramen Toys, they're doing the 18 van. What other movie vehicles on 1/12 scale would you like to see? I know like space is limited. I don't know if we got.
I got one. Classic Lost in Space Jupiter 2. Boom.
That'd be huge.
Well, hey.
I mean, if we're doing something, okay. So I mean, I could name off a whole list of like Star Wars.
I'd be good. I'd be good with it. I would buy that in a heartbeat. I love classic Lost in Space.
I mean, there's a ton of like Star Wars ships that I would love to see, but if you're trying to like figure out stuff that's like not necessarily toy-related franchises, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, we still don't have a 1/12 scale DeLorean. Like,
oh yeah, I
forgot about that. Like to me, that's a no-brainer right there. That should be at the top of most people's list.
There's one coming out. It's 1/12 scale, 1/10 scale.
Oh yeah, isn't NECA supposed to do one?
It's a Tomei.
Oh, Tomei. I thought about it. I think it was NECA.
It's a crowdfund too, and I think it's the time's already been ended. But get funded, and it looks nice. But
I wouldn't be surprised if NECA's got something like that up their sleeve. Eventually, a 1/12 scale come out for the DeLorean. But if Ramen Toys is listening, and I hope we are, next to Knight Rider, do that damn DeLorean. I'll buy it.
Well, I think they were planning on doing the DeLorean before the 18 ban, but with Tomei doing theirs, it changed their plans. Ace was, I think, really set on doing the DeLorean.
I hope so. I'll buy it. I mean, just based on what I've seen so far, looks really good. I will buy that damn thing in a heartbeat.
The Chargers looks fantastic. He's doing the back.
He's doing all the LEDs for the add-on stuff for the tires. I'm like,
and all the chrome is chrome.
Yeah, I mean, he's going all out, and it's a lot cheaper than the Hasbro one. So if a small guy like him, and I don't mean it, I'm not to be offensive when I say small guy, a smaller company, I should say, like him, can make something like that, even if it's $100 or $200 cheaper.
Yep.
What does that say to Hasbro and Mattel? It's like, hey guys, you're charging way too much up here. Put it down here, and it'll get funded. People will buy it. But they're claiming, oh well, like Giant Man. Dwight and Ryan and Dan were like, oh well, we can't give you all this stuff because it costs money. Well, no kidding. We know it costs money, but you don't need to give us all those extra heads. Let's face it. The zombie head is cool. I don't need the scroll head. You don't need multiple eyes. You don't need that. All those extra faces, the smiling or whatever. I would have been happy with one neutral head, and then give us like the Wasp. Give us something else, like that yellow Iron Man. Throw those two figures in there, and it would have sold. It would have funded automatically. Charge $300. It would have gone. Because the figures alone would have been $25 and $25. That's $50. Knock it up there to $300. Hell, even $350, and it would have already funded by now, and you wouldn't be throwing out that generated artist rendition of the Wasp, saying, "Oh, she's coming out next year." It would have already funded.
I'm looking at this new Black Knight, and surprisingly, there's a lot more new parts on here than I thought.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, you've got the same upper torso and legs, but different boots, different gloves, different arms, obviously, because they're different sleeved arms. But like, I thought this was going to be more reuse than it is, and that's actually pretty cool.
The shackles are soft rubber. They're pretty soft, so it's easy to get them on there. You don't have to worry about them cracking and breaking. Yeah, the Black Knight is not bad. That new one.
And heads are perfectly swappable, of course, because it's the same upper torso. So that's.
I actually kind of like the paint on the older head better. They don't have the.
I don't like the face on the new one. I don't like the mean face for Black Knight.
Oh yeah, the teeth gritting one.
Yeah, like I've got him.
So but the original one comes with 3 extra heads or 3 heads. Yeah. So
because I did a quote unquote custom Black Knight a while back. So I did this one with that Dr. Doom body.
Oh,
nice.
And
I've seen people use.
I don't know. No, the heads are the same. That is the same look on his face.
Yeah, it's just the paint.
The paint looks different, so it doesn't make it as his lips are painted darker on the new one, so you can really see the grin better.
Yeah, it looks like the lip color Hasbro uses on male figures now looks like lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually take some acetone on a Q-tip, and I kind of give it a little swish, gets rid of it. I'd rather have flesh tone than
it looks
the
so much
lipstick on
better
there.
when you do that. So many of even if you didn't swap the head on Avalanche, you take that lipstick off Avalanche's head, it looks a lot better.
Oh yeah.
I'm digging this new Black Knight. I like it.
I wish you had a vertically hinged hand though for the sword.
Yeah.
They really should do that for a lot of these figures. You know, they don't need to do this way. They need to do this way. You know, if they can do that,
if they have firearms
for pistols or weapons should be up and down like this. I don't know why we got this, but I'm like, oh,
I'm gonna fight you.
Like hey, I'm like a Muppet now.
Yay!
Hi ho, this is Kermit Frog. Rubber ducky, you're the one.
Oh, I still haven't uncarded this yet.
Oh, I have that figure. Those are nice figures.
Yes.
Those are nice
Open
figures.
it. Open that bastard. I love mine, man.
What? Wait, you're taking it out of the package? Oh my God, what are you doing? It's losing its value.
That thing only cost $5.
Not for me back in the day when I was working for Mattel.
Take really good care of the packaging.
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you? Escandalo.
Yeah, that thing only cost. I found it on eBay for $5.
Yeah, well now you can get some of them cheap, but you know, back in the day, I think they were $24.99, and even though I worked for Mattel, I did not get the damn gift. What's that?
Oh yeah, the rubber bands. Yeah, mine was the same way.
My Superman actually discolored in his arms and his chest. So,
I got the gold one. I like that one a lot.
Gold one was not bad. I did like the Mixoplick, but I wish he was a posable figure.
Yeah, he's a figurine. You paid full price for a figurine,
right?
I got him at a con.
I did like the reissue of Calabac in the Super Powers colors. That was so much better.
This is so goofy. It's cool.
It is. I love it. It's so hideous looking.
Yeah. It's yellow legs, light green legs and upper legs and arms.
Yeah. Well, that is a tribute. Torso. The color scheme on that is a tribute to the original figure that came out back in the day. Out of the factory, it came out like that, and they still shipped it out. You know, so that was a nice little homage to that line.
And they did exactly what they did here. They used the Green Lantern body.
Yep. It was the same thing. Which, you know, honestly, I like that figure. I didn't like it when I first got it, and I was like, you know what? The more I look at it, the more I liked it. So I still have it in the package.
They even painted on the belt buckle on the belt.
Yep.
Oh, coming up here in the chat.
The new Riddler that's coming out from McFarlane's line. There's a chase figure of the Riddler repainted to look like the Super Friends from the cartoon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna have the big purple question there, the animated looking mask.
I think we got the Green Lantern ring.
Yeah, it's complete reuse.
I'll put that on my Hal Jordan variants. I made a custom Hal Jordans in almost every color lantern.
There you go.
All things I don't have is orange and indigo. I got.
Indigo that was the Atom, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Ray Palmer Atom? Yeah. Tribal looking Atom or whatever he was. Man, I just.
Instead of getting that was Scott Knight. Scott Knight, like, instead of giving us all the leaders, the
great looking figure,
the Lantern Corps,
mm-hmm.
gave us regular main characters as lanterns.
Yeah.
And then when that line failed, he blamed the fans. See, I gave you what you wanted, but it failed.
You know, I like Nightlick in the beginning, but towards the end, and especially after he left Mattel and he jumped to Jada Toys and he jumped around a little bit and then he just disappeared and then he came up with his YouTube channel. I mean, he was just bitter. He just turned out to be bitter. And at least that's my take on it. I mean, I wish him all the best.
Lies all the time saying like He-Man's dead.
Yeah, I wish him all the best, but you know, yeah, man, there's no reason to be bitter. I mean, why? However, the reason you left Mattel, is none of my business. But you know, be positive. There's too much negativity out there in the world.
Anything failed during like his run, like any kind of crowdfunding or anything, blame the fans. It's your fault.
You can't do that. All you're going to do is alienate people. I was one of 12 moderators on MattyCollector.com at the time. And I mean, we had to deal with a lot of, BS, people messaging and this and that. And I'm like, hey man, if it's toy related on the pages, I can help you. I don't actually manufacture the toys.
Right.
But,
it's like when they did the Doomsday thing. That was so stupid. They mishandled it. It should have been Unleashed was the funding. They did it where they did the funding. You would get the containment suit first. Yep. And if it funds and gets to the next tier, you get the Unleashed. No, it should have been backwards. It should have been Unleashed.
Oh, yeah.
And what sold more would have got you the containment suit.
True. But, they always give you just a crumb here, and then they'll give you the sandwich later. But it doesn't work that way. If you would have just...
There's no hype for containment suits Doomsday.
Yeah. They should have just said, you know what, let's give it to you as a 2-pack, and that's how many we need. And it would have funded like that. Not that it didn't fund, it did, but it would have funded like that, I like the DC Signature Collection. I have quite a few of those figures.
Yeah.
Whether I wanted them or not, I got them. But, I mean...
They made some really weird body choices, though, like in character.
Well, yeah, some of the female bodies, the arms were a little too on the thin side, but, I mean, their character selection was good. You got fire, you got ice, you got, what's her name? Elastigirl from Doom Patrol. I mean, we got a lot of them in there, so there's some good stuff.
The stupid thing is doing like Red Rocket. They made them big, but they chose the wrong one.
I agree with that.
They made the regular size Red Rocket guy and made them the big Mick.
Yeah, so I agree. I agree 100%.
Then they put Atrocitus on a regular body.
Don't even get me started on that. Yeah,
they could have used Etrigon. Etrigon would have been a perfect body for an Atrocitus.
It would have, but I mean, again, I'm not in charge of the toys. I wish I was. Yeah. I was trying to get my foot in the door with Mattel, and I would have been able. Not saying I would have been able to fix their toy industry, but I would. Man, I've got great ideas for toys because as a toy fan, I love the whole engineering design, the way things move, and this and that. And not that I'm going to come up with new characters, no, but new ways to make these characters. That's where you need some. I'm not saying me. I'm not all that, but somebody with my way of thinking, not these corporate people. That's what you need in there to throw one of them in the mix and see what you come up with. All of us, all three of us combined, especially you, Jared. I mean, dude, you should be working for one of these toy companies with the way you sculpt things and the ideas you come up with. Primo stuff, man. If you ever open up a toy company, you got all my toy money. And I'm sure everybody here in the chat will be doing the same damn thing.
Well, I would love to do that.
You hear that, guys? He's going to open up a crowdfunding.
He just said it. He just said it.
He's going into business, guys. Let's do it. We need 50,000 people at $20,000 a piece to donate. We're going to get his factory up and running.
Yeah. Matt's going to have to go here soon.
Actually, I got to close up too, guys. So I got dinner waiting for me at home.
I could sell it with Bruton alone. There's so much interest. I had people ask me, "Will you make me one of those?"
See, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I know it takes you a little while because you obviously, if anybody's ever watched your channel, which they should, if they haven't, you do everything by hand, and it's painstakingly great detail that you take to everything you do. I can tell. I could sit there and watch you all day long, make figures. You do some really good stuff, man. And honestly, and at the risk of sounding, like a super fan, which I am, you make stuff better than Mattel and Hasbro does. So they need to watch out because, you know, you're coming for them. You're going to get all that Kickstarter money, my friend. I swear to God, do one Kickstarter of just a cool figure of your own design. I guarantee you. And boom, show them how it's done, my friend.
Well, on that note, we better. It's our time before the end of the show.
Yep, parting is such sweet sorrow, my friends.
Tomorrow we have like the Geek Chat on GeekFusionTV.
Yep.
On Sunday we have Whip It Sundays with the Customizing crew. Thank you again, Quinn Comics. Come hang out with me. And,
Anytime.
I know we can be toxic. But everybody in the chat, thank you. It was wonderful getting to hang out and ask people's questions in the chat. And recommend Snake Mountain. That thing's awesome.
Yep. You guys have a good one.
Y'all
Later, dudes.
have a good one. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace. Play the outro.